What did you think of the Adam Page stuff? They finally given a little bit of a personality where he likes to drink and he doesn't want to be involved with these other guys. What did you think of that?
I don't care. I'll tell you, well, let's go to the next week, and I'll tell you why some of it I don't care is. Because I think they've missed the boat. Now they're trying to switch him heel, because apparently they thought, well, he'll never get over with all these top baby faces like the Young Bucks and Olivier. But the very first match on the January 8th show, which, by the way, was commentated by Dave Brown, this match. And I guarantee you, he probably thought that for the first time in his life, he had taken drugs. And it was nice to see Dave on television. He didn't say much. He just said enough. He's the kind of guy, he didn't want to they had to talk him into doing it, I'm sure. And he didn't want to steal anybody's time. And he didn't know anything about these guys, because I assure you, Dave doesn't watch wrestling anymore. But he was very professional. But the very first match on the next show is Paige and Olivier. After they've teased the thing, he didn't want to celebrate with him. He didn't want to come drink with him or whatever the fuck it was, against Private Party. So you're starting off a match in the Memphis area now with the same one as you're giving to the AEW crowd basically last week, which is all high spots and bullshit. Of course, we had jazz hands finger pointing and making faces from the get-go. I hate every single one of Private Party's tights and outfits. I don't know what the fuck what the fuck? I just don't know. Mark Quinn is great. Both of them are green. And Cassidy, maybe it's just a syndrome. He's standing next to a guy that's just so special. But Mark Quinn will be a star at some point if he doesn't hurt himself or they don't just fuck him up royally. But right now, they both need a lot of seasoning, Private Party. And at one point, Cassidy, if you saw, he's fighting out of the corner and he throws an elbow back and potatoes Kenny Olivier and then throws a punch at fucking Page and then goes back and Omega, I'll call him, since he got fucking tatered, I'll call him by his fucking supposed name. Omega is still down selling like, you motherfucker. And Cassidy reaches over the top and like baps him in the back of the head like, you're supposed to come up so I can hit you again. He's like, motherfucker, I ain't putting that one over. It just, and then Private Party tried to do too much and it got sloppy. I had to fast forward some. Then you knew that at some point Olivier and Paige are going to screw up, right? Well, they did. They did a spot where they screwed up and almost hit each other, but then they had a double knockout when the other guy shoved them, but it wasn't the finish. And then Mark Quinn kicked out of Paige's buckshot lariat. Paige buckshot lariated him, and he kicked out of it. So now that fucking move is horseshit, because here an underneath tag team guy got hit by Adam Page's buckshot lariat and kicked out of it. Then Private Party hits their great finish, the Hurricane Run off the top end of the fucking cutter on Olivier. But they've never beat anybody with that. Page saved, and they buried that too. Then they had another miscue where Kenny Olivier boosts the Private Party member into a backflip Pele kick onto Adam Page. Then Page and Olivier both hit finishes at the same time on Mark Quinn from a different direction, sandwiched him. Then Olivier hits another one of his finishes on him, 1, 2, 3. It was overdone. They had so many miscues in trying to tease. Are they going to hit? Are they going to punch on purpose? Are they going to fight? Whatever, that it became gaga and phony and too contrived. They could have done a little misdirection spot or maybe the two. But they got to go overboard because they're not trying to make anybody believe anything. They're trying to put on a fucking performance, and it shows. So anyway, boom, and they beat Private Party again, and it was overdone. And then on the screen, there's Pac in the back, stretching Michael, knock it the fuck off and get off my television. Like he is Kenny Olivier's child. And Olivier stands there with the dramatic face watching the whole thing and listening to Pac tell him it's going to keep happening until you fucking fight me or whatever. And then he panics and runs back there too late, obviously. Like, nice to have friends like Olivier. And what the fuck? Why does this fucking Nakazawa keep coming to the building?
Well, how come didn't this happen like a month ago on TV?
Yes, he keeps going in and attacking this guy from behind. It's supposed to be Kenny Olivier's friend. Well, at some point, either hire the fucking guy security. He's a grown man and supposedly a pro wrestler, so why do we feel this sorry for him that he's getting punked out in the locker room weekly by Pac to begin with? And what's Kenny Olivier supposed to be, his protector, like is his goddamn guardian angel? It's not like he's beaten up Olivier's child or slapped his daughter or whatever the fuck.
But when it happened last time, which I think was the week where Kenny Omega got beat up 3 different times, he got his ass kicked in the match and went in the back, got jumped again, and then during the Dark Order fiasco at the end of the show. But Pac and Nakazawa disappeared from that room. Remember, they were in the room and then Omega ran back and then they were gone. Nothing was ever said from what I remember, and there are points where I do mute the show, I have to admit. Nothing has been said about where they went and what happened, and then all of a sudden it's happened again. Did it happen last time? Did he attack Nakazawa last time? Nobody knows.
I think all this time, old Pac has been treating old Michael Nakazawa like the South Georgia Extras did to Ned Beatty in fucking Deliverance. And I would just wonder if the baby oil came in handy, since that's his gimmick. Maybe that's how that whole thing got started. He said, well, he's already got the oil. Anyway, squeal like a pig.
Real.